Reaching up and over and over. So every time I do this, I know I say the same thing all the time. This is a little different because I'm going to tell you what I feel. I can feel that one side is more crunched down than the other because it takes more to uncrunch my right side and stretch it out. So for you, it might be your left side, it might be your right side. But let's take some time, whichever side you feel more tight. We're going to reach up and lift over and just pay a little attention there. Bring your attention to that side. Take your breath there. Try to open up that rib cage. Stretch those muscles. See if you can lean into it a little bit more. If you're not sure which side you're crunching on, maybe you're not crunchy at all. And come up to center and let's circle it out. Go to the shoulders. Maybe you feel taller and straighter as a result of that stretch. Let's go the other way. Bring our hands down to our shoulders. And let's go up and around. 3, 4, 5. 2 more. Punch your arms out. Make a fist with your thumbs forward. Pull your shoulder blades back and your shoulders away from your ears. Tiny circles. 20 to 30 until you get tired. It's usually around 20 to 30. And then we flip. Pull the shoulders, keep them engaged. Shoulders like to have the back and the chest muscles working together. So here we're making the back muscles do the work to support the shoulders. And then let's rotate. Let your arms come down gradually. And swing it out. Shake your arms out, swing your arms, whatever feels good. Take it down to the hips, side to side. And take that into circles. Nice big circles. One more. And reverse. 2, 3. Let's go into figure eights. Push through that hip joint. Find that mobility in your muscles. And reverse that. Down to the knees. We'll circle our knees out. You can go in and out. You can do any pattern you want as long as you're moving around the edges of your feet. Getting those knees moving. Those knees also have to tolerate more than hinging and unhinging. They also rotate a little bit. Down to the ankles. Follow the foot in the ground, circling around. Maybe 10, 12 times each direction. You know your ankles, so you give them what they need. If they need more, give them more. If you want to go faster, go faster. Just notice what you're feeling, get them warmed up. Let's switch sides. You haven't switched directions, switch. Forgot to say it. Okay. And then bring your feet underneath your hips. Hands on hips. Let's roll up onto the balls of your toes and down. Let's see if we can make it fast up and slow down. Fast up, slow, 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 slow down. Doesn't have to be too slow going down. We're not holding on to anything. It's a lot easier if you're holding on. And then let's prance a little bit. Do 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Finding your balance on one foot or holding on to something if you need it. You're going to take the other foot out straight, bring that toe down, and wiggle. No circles, just wiggles. If you find yourself you can't help doing circles, focus on that point and go down, side to side. There you go. And then we're going to take that leg, because you're holding your balance so well, we're going to stay here and do some of these hacky sack kicks. Take that inner ankle up to the ceiling. Knee is out to the side as far as you can get it. We're not cartoon characters. Our knees aren't going to go that far. There we go. Good. Shake it out, both legs. Standing leg 2 is working. Find your balance on side 2. Oh, phew. Ground yourself. Point that foot. Straight leg is just movement. Toes pointed down. Foot going side to side. Activating both those little muscles on the sides of your calves that you don't know you have until they give you a headache or calf ache. But they all connect down into your feet, and they're all super important. If they weren't important, they wouldn't be in our body. Okay, so let's bend our knee and take our knee out. Take that ankle up to the ceiling. You want to hold on? Absolutely hold on. Everybody has one side with better balance than the other. I'm totally surprised I can do this on my left side. Woo! I shouldn't talk about it. Good. And shake those legs out. Let's do some butt kicks. Loosen everything up. Let's do 10 more. 10, 9, 8. And keeping those feet nice and wide. Let's come into a side lunge. To a side lunge. It's going to be shallow. Just get that stretch. Maybe you're still feeling Tuesday's workout or what you did yesterday. Ease into it. And let's hold little pulses, 8 pulses one side. 4. Then up and over for 8, 7, 4, 3. And back to center. Walk your feet in just a little bit. Hands on your knees. Drop your shoulders. Oh, that feels good on the back. One shoulder down, one shoulder goes up. You're rotating through your thoracic spine. Go to the other side. And let's go side to side for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll it up. Keeping your feet wide, we're going to go right into that Russian dancer move. We come into as deep a squat as you can, reaching down, bent over, and you come up, and we're extending up to the sky. So spinal flexion, spinal extension. You're working within your own range of motion. There is no ideal for this. We're just moving, getting that spine going. To whatever ability it can. Let's do 3 more. 2. And 1. Turn the heater off. Ready. Okay, where are we gonna go with this? We're gonna do patellar tendon isos. We're gonna do proximal isos. Okay. And bird dogs. Holy moly. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna borrow from Tuesday's workout. And yeah, okay. So patellar tendon isometric. You can use weights under your heels. You can use your wedges. I'm going to show you with dumbbells just in case that's what you got available to you. This week, I want you to grab weights for each hand too. So set yourself up with your wedges or your dumbbells on the floor for your heels to be up, and then weights in your hands to give you a little bit more resistance. This is called a yielding isometric. It's kind of like what we did on Tuesday for the pec minor. We're holding the weight up, but we're yielding into that length. We're going to do the same thing here. Okay, I'm waiting for everyone to get set up. No worries. Okay. So heels up. You're going to let your knees drop forward. And we're going to hang out here in the super uncomfortable position for about 30, 40 seconds. So you might feel it in the quads. They're getting longer. This is an eccentric position for them. Actually, it's an eccentric position for almost everything right now. Okay, you've made it 25 seconds. See if you can sink down a little bit more. Push those knees forward. Normally I say don't push your knees forward, but in this case it's controlled, right? We're controlling what we're doing at the knee. 3, 2, 1, and that's 45 seconds. Okay. And then we're going to do proximal hamstring isometric. And let's do that on the floor. If you've done it with me before, you can do it at a wall or on a piece of furniture. But let's do floor. There we go. So you're going to set up with your feet. Don't tuck your heels in, slide them out. So there's kind of a wider angle than 90 degrees at your knees. And I can't see, but it feels like it is. And take a big breath in, relax your back down on the exhale. Just kind of settle everything in. This is the first time we're on the floor. I want you to feel your feet on the floor. Feel the balls of your feet on the floor. This is come back at you with the hamstring walkouts. So that's why we're doing this now. I want you to feel it. And then I want you to make your heels heavy and pull them back towards your butt. You're not actually pulling them. You're just digging your heels in a little bit more without losing your toes. So you can still feel your toes on the floor, still feel the balls of your feet on the floor. We're going to go for 30 seconds from now. I'll keep talking. So the front of your foot is completely on the floor pressed in, but your heel is a little bit heavier. And as you relax your butt, you're going to feel your hamstring engaging with that pull. So imagine you're dragging your heel back, and you should feel your hamstring somewhere closer to your pelvis than your knee. If you're not feeling that, you can adjust your position and try it somewhere else. Key is to keep your glutes relaxed and your feet pressing in. And we're done. Pull your knees in, take your legs up, circle your ankles. If you didn't find them, maybe you found some good tension and that felt good too. It's a little tricky. It's very tricky to find proximal hamstrings. We're going to come onto our hands and knees and do some bird dogs. So basic bird dogs are nice and long. I want you to make sure your hips not coming up and that you are reaching without sagging into your back. So to do that, find your stack. So your ribs are right over your pelvis. You're going to hold that as you're down here. Almost inhale into your back and stretch nice and long. And then we'll switch without losing your back position, without losing your hip position. So no rocking up onto that other leg. That extended leg is reaching as long as it can. Your hips, your hip bones or front hip bones, let's switch, are both facing down to the floor. And switch. Good. We're going to bring our knees together and our hands together and try it again. So you might find you need to hold your abs a little bit tighter. You need to spread your fingers a little wider. We're going to go for 2 on each side. So reach and hold. We just put you on a balance beam. Or I just put you on a balance beam. One that's on the floor. Switch. And last switch. Okay, so coming back to knees over hips, or hips over knees, shoulders over hands. Let's do a little rocking. So hips back to heels, 2 more times. That's 1 and 2. We have our 1-arm row today, so we're going to warm up our back. Protract those shoulder blades. Let's see if you can feel your shoulder blades as you push your back up to the ceiling. Spread to the outside of your rib cage. And then we're going to retract and let those shoulder blades come in. We're not doing cat-cow. My neck is staying neutral. My tailbone's staying neutral. I'm just working through my upper back, protracting, retracting, protracting, retracting. Do 1 more set. Really stretch through your sides and let everything come in. So it feels like you're lifting your upper back up to the ceiling. Your chest is dropping down to your shoulders. We're going to rock back into child's pose and stretch those muscles. You can wiggle a bit if you want. And then we'll get into it. Okay. So our first circuit is, oh, we didn't do balance. We'll do that. We'll do that at the end if I remember. We're going to do squat to a swinging clean. And 1-arm row. Side step down. So I got my step set up. Ooh, we can talk this morning. So you might want to have your heavy weight ready. We can take some time right now for you to do this. Get your heavy weight ready. Get your wedge or whatever you're using for the squat to the swinging clean. That's with the swinging arms and the bicep curl. A step. And then your weights for doing more bicep work to an overhead press. You don't need a wedge. You don't have to use a wedge. You don't have to make up anything. You do you. Let me adjust the camera again. You've got a good squat. I envy you. I don't think I've ever had a good squat. So for this, we're going to start with the weights up at your shoulders. If you're going heavy, you can go 1 arm, the other arm, Now we're going to squat to swing and clean 10 times. Squat, swing and clean. Good. Nice long spine, strong core. You're in your whole foot. Glutes are holding you. Chest is up, eyes are forward. I had a feeling I was going to lose my balance at one point. And tap. Good work. Put those weights down. Getting ready for our one arm row. Okay. Whew. So depending on the weight you're using, if you're light, you can do 12 to 15. If you're going heavy, you're going to do 8 to 10. Be mindful. Think about the protraction, retraction we just did. See if you can feel that happening. So you're not just lifting with your arm. Go slow and controlled. When you're ready, just switch sides. Don't wait for me to tell you. When you're done, what do we have? Step downs. Lower body, upper body, lower body. Upper body. Okay. Set up your step. And grab a drink before I lose my voice. So first round, I'll show you from front. Second round, I'm just going to turn around. But we want our hip going straight back, not winging out to the side. So we're going to lower, 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 looking for a heel tap. Not a toe tap, that's too easy, right? You want a heel tap. So you have to go a little bit lower. You have to push back a little bit more. You have to lengthen through those glutes. We're going for 6 on each side. Maybe this is for strength and for balance. If you need something to hold on to it. And we're not pushing off that other leg either. You know that by now. You go to the other side. None of this. I know you can't see it on yourself. I want you to see it on me. Then we hitch our hip, ribs come to the hip bones or to the pelvis. And it's okay. Can't quite make it all the way down or barely make it down. Ooh, those are hard. Wiggle your hips, grab some weights. We have bicep curls to overhead presses. We're gonna go one at a time. We're going for 10 on each side. I think we did fewer last week. This month did not write down numbers, so you're at my mercy. There's one. So we're counting to, did I say 10 on each side? 8 on each side? 6 on each side? That's 4. 6. 7. Make sure as you go up, you can see the weight and make sure that you can get to a straight elbow. Some elbows don't go straight. That's okay. Fifteen. 15. 2 more on each side. And 2. And 2. Weights down. Shake your arms out. You have a little minute break because we're going to go into the squat with the bicep curl again. Give your arms a stretch. Grab a drink. Make yourself happy. Ready to go. Let's go for squats. If you don't like that swing, you can absolutely positively make it a goblet squat. This is your workout. You're not in the room with me. Well, you are in the room with me, but you're not physically in the room with me. Okay, so arms up at your shoulders. Going for 10. Squat to swing. It's a little hard on the back. I will grant you that. You have to have a strong core, strong hips. So if it's bothering you, nobody has said so, but I'm reading minds, maybe. Make it a goblet squat. Like that. I think I have one more. Okay. Over to our one arm row. You can start non-dominant. I didn't do that last set. Level up your shoulders. Make sure you're not here and pulling. You want to be here, pulling. Nice strong position. Pressing into whatever bench or chair you're using, into the floor. Using your breath. Stretch your back out. Step downs. I'm gonna start my non-dominant side first. So I'm gonna turn. I'm not just pull my bench a little further out so I can still face you. It's morning. My brain takes a little while to wake up. You see the snow at my window? It's almost covered. Okay. 6. Very nice. Tap downs. No hip winging, no hiking, just reaching. Think about pushing your knee forward. That patellar tendon has to work. Stretch your glutes as you go down in the back. Take your time with this. There's no rush. This is like slow motion, sidestepping down. There you go. When you get to 6, go to the other side. I'm losing my walk as I pull farther away. Make sure you're not doing this either. That's not so good either. So down, heel tap. 3, 4. These are things you can practice on your own stairs at home because it's good for your hips. I think a lot of us are told to squeeze and clench and squeeze and clench and squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And there are a lot of movements where we rely on being able to lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. So that's why we get to practice them. Oh, what was left? Biceps to overhead press, and then we're done with the first circuit. Okay. Go up, 10 on each side. And get a nice distinct up at the top. You're getting tired. Not right now. It's too early. 6. Maybe you are tired. Who knows? You get tired as we get going into the teens. 9, 10. We're halfway there. You're done, you're done. Don't force it. Don't put yourself in a position where you might get hurt. 13. You might take a split stance. See if that makes you feel a little bit more stable. I think we have one more after this, unless my counting is off. And if it is, then we have a bonus. Woohoo! There you go. It's down, shake it out. Thinking about what's coming next to rearrange your room. We have curtsy, lunges, standing rows, walkout bridges, and wipers. So I would say clean up your floor. Give yourself lots of floor space. Get things out of the way. Take this time. Let your muscles recover. And give yourself room to move. So what we need is a weight for doing an upright row. Something like this. Remember, we did the curtsy where we were elbowing someone behind us. So we need a weight that you're comfortable doing. That is going to be light to medium. We're going to do a standing rear delt fly, which is spreading your wings from a standing position. So also a light to medium. The rear delts are small muscles. So the row is more of a setup than an actual, let's get stronger with this movement. You're going to get stronger on that rear delt fly, which are these tiny muscles up here that hold us upright. The hamstring walkouts are on the floor, and the wipers with alternating flies to do a pec fly where you're opening, you got the floor behind you. We're not doing it standing. Also a medium weight. So if we are set, let's start with our curtsies. I need a drink. Curtsied upright row. So curtsy lunge, do it in a way that feels good for your knees. The leg that's moving behind is the same side as the weight in your hand. So I'm going to move my left leg, the weight's in my left arm. You might see it as right and right, that's okay. And we'll go. Actually, what am I doing here? We're going down, down, down. I'm mixing it up. Stretch through that hip, up and pull. Down, up and pull. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 more. Woo, side 2. Sink it down. I won't mix it up this time. And come up. Down, reach for your ankle. Pull up, elbow the person behind you. Hopefully it's an imaginary person. 4. You get to 10. We're done. Row to rear delt fly. Oops, I'm gonna go lighter for this. Let's just stretch out the shoulders a little bit. Into a little mini squat. Hips are holding you. You're leaning forward. Your abs are tight. Pull that belly button to your spine. We're gonna row and fly for 10, 9, 8, 7. Make sure you feel that shoulder blade movement. 5. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Nice perk. Weights down. Come on down on the floor. Hamstring walkouts. If you didn't find your proximal hamstrings earlier, you'll find them now. You'll find the same muscles. Okay, we're gonna start with our heels this time, right by as close as we can bring them into our butt. You don't have to pull them, just as close as they can. Breath in, check in. My ribs are up, my back is a little bit arched. Settle your back down. Whatever it takes, even if it means you're coming into a posterior tilt. Give yourself time to settle your spine. And then we're going to inhale to prepare, exhale to lift, and walk our feet out one at a time without sliding them if we can. You're going to go as far as you can, keep your toes on the floor. If your toes can't touch the floor, that's as far as you go. Then you're going to walk back in and come down. Check in with your spine. Make sure it's happy. We're going to do that 3 more times. Lifting up, walking out, and back in. Now, it's not a high lift. You can start high, but as your legs walk out, you can't keep it high. It's physically impossible. Then we're going to walk it back. Nice steps, not just sliding. Last one, up. My apologies, this is 3 or 4. Let's do one more. These are feeling pretty good for me this morning. Okay, settle in your back, lift up, and walk. And walk it back. Lower down, tuck your knees in. Make little circles right on top of your sacrum. That's what this position does. Gives you a nice little SI joint massage. What you may or may not have felt as you were walking out while you're trying to hold your hips up in the air. So, okay. So we're going to stay on the floor. So you don't have to get all the way up. I just need to sit up and grab my weights. So I'm going to do it with my touch. Thank God that thing is light. Okay, we're going to come down into our tabletop position with our weights. And we're going to do an alternating fly. So your arms are going to do this. And you're going to switch hands and do that as your knees go in the opposite direction. So settle your back on the floor. Knees are tabletop, shins are parallel to the floor or the ceiling. Brace your abs and let's fly. Let's go for 8 each direction. There's 16 total. Okay to keep your elbow bent. You do not need to do straight arm. You can get just as strong with that bent elbow. Slight bend. Oh. Oh, everybody's moving because I got up. I got up so I could see you. But that's okay. If we're done, we're done. That's the end of the first round. We're going to do it one more time. It'll go a little bit faster. Let's come up to standing. Grab a drink if you need it. We're doing more reps. We're doing things one-sided. It's taking a little bit longer. Curtsy lunge to upright row. Let's sink it down and take it up. 2, 10 on each side. 4. Nice. Switching sides. Down, up. Last 2. Till next week. Okay. Let's go down. Probably a little bit lighter maybe, staying the same. Going into a row to a rear delt fly. Bring it down. 10 of these. Nice. Keep your neck neutral. How many ways we get the shoulders in one workout? Nice work. Shoulders get a break. Let's come down on the floor. And we'll stay on the floor. Well, I'll do more balance next week. I'm gonna be in Davis next week, so equipment is limited. Space is probably the same. Okay, grab your weight that you're gonna use for the alternating flies. And I come down on your back. And let's do our walkouts. So we do. I already forgot, maybe we did. Settle your back, lift up, one, and walk out as far as you can. And back in. And lower down, check in with your back. Wiggle your hips if you need to, reset, lift up, we go for 2. Up, walk it out. I just get it. I'll show you what I mean. On the way back in, slide, 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 slide. I want you to pick up your feet instead of doing that. Last one. For me anyway. And down. Hug your knees in. Give your SI joint some love. Okay. Your weight is next to you, which I hope it is. We're going to come into tabletop. Reach up. And go for 8 flies each direction. 16 total. Your knees don't have to touch the ground. Your arm doesn't even have to touch the ground. You just need to be in control of this movement. If your weight is light, you may have a straight arm that goes all the way to the floor. If you have a weight that's heavier, I don't know how many of you are watching, everyone who's doing this. If your weight is heavier, you may have a slightly bent elbow, and you are not coming to the floor. That's okay. I'm getting a lot of pops on this. Give it one more set. We'll go right and left. And bring the weights down. Hug your knees in. Let your back recover from all that twisting. May rock side to side if that feels good. You come into happy baby if that feels good. Holding onto your toe and pulling your knees in. Let your back flatten into the floor with your inhales. Or your exhales, I mean. And let's pull one knee in and lengthen the other. And then we're going to switch. And we're just going to go back and forth like this, gently stretching. And then bring your knees in, feet down, windshield wiper side to side. No weight, no resistance. Come back to center. Cross your left leg over your right and twist down to the left. Just your lower body, shoulders stay on the floor. And reach your arm behind you, behind your head on the floor. Make your right side as long as you can. And take a big breath in. And then come back to center, bring your arm back to a comfortable position. We're going to switch sides. Let's take that left leg, our right knee over left, and twist down to the right. And then reach with your left arm over your head and get a nice big stretch through your left side. And then come back to center. Reach behind your knees. Roll yourself up. What have I forgotten to do? We're just going to keep cooling down and stretching. It's that kind of a day. It's been snowing here. So thank you for indulging me. We're not doing more work. We're just going to stretch, see what our bodies need. So come into a half hurdle. So it doesn't matter if your foot's here or here, just as long as it's out here getting a stretch. We're going to rotate over the straight leg and reach. You're stretching your back. We did a lot of back and shoulders today. If you can reach your toes, that's awesome. If you can't, don't worry about it. Just keep that leg straight. Reach for the outside of that leg and take a few deep breaths. And then reaching up and back, we're going to come into a half bridge. And we're reaching, looking up towards your arm. Couple of breaths here. We'll come down to the other side. Whew. Okay, other leg, but straight up to the ceiling. Inhale, exhale down. As far as you get is as far as you get. Every day is different. Every side is different. We have so many sides to ourselves. And then let's reach up and over. Push into the knee on the floor and come into that half bridge. See if you can shift the weight from your wrist to your knee and your hips. It's not easy. Look up towards the ceiling, your armpit. And we'll come down. Come on to hands and knees. So hip rocking to start. Knees are under your hips, hands are under your shoulders, except when you're rocking, of course. And then we're going to make big restorative hip circles. Let's do 2 more. And we'll go the other way for 5, 4, 3, 2, Get back into child's pose. Let your back stretch. Take 3 breaths here. And your next inhale. Come back up onto hands and knees. We're going to go into child's pose with the thread the needle. So I'm going to take one arm through. Now we'll take 3 breaths here. One arm reaching forward, one arm reaching across. Relax your head and neck. And your next inhale, come up. And we'll go to the other side. 3 big breaths here. So let's come up into half kneeling real quick. You don't have to move too quickly. We're just going to stay here quickly. Let's get a little hip flexor stretch. Just squeezing that butt, pushing that hip forward, adjusting your front foot so you have room to move, making sure you're getting the stretch across the front of your pelvis and down into your quads. Let's relax into it. Back out of it. Let's come to side 2. Out of it. All done. Week 2 is done. Next week, you might see some changes just because of what I have available in Davis. I didn't anticipate that. So we will see you on Tuesday.
Thanks. Hope you get